What have you found
Sure.
to be the most challenging experience and has taught you something?
So in 2016, in July of 2016, I launched a clothing line called Just Be. And it was all about the premise of just be yourself.
Yeah.
Be authentic, really harness who you are, and don't try to compare yourself. You know, I have a friend who had some pictures up on Facebook, a really close friend of mine. He's like a brother to me. And some pictures up on Facebook of him and his kids in the ocean. And he had a t-shirt on. And I'm like, why are you wearing a t-shirt, bro? He's like, oh, you know, I've gained some weight. And I'm like, okay. But I'm like, that really triggered something in me to say, you're enjoying the ocean with your kids and you're afraid to take your shirt off because of how society has painted the picture through advertising, through Instagram, through all these different things. Because I'm sure there's not a bunch of ripped motherfuckers on the beach that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe on TV, but when you go to the beach, there's not a whole lot of ripped guys. Unless it's like spring break or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
just that over tan dude.
Right.
With the really dark nipples.
Yeah. His name's Clint.
His name's Clint, yeah. His hair's bleached for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Yep.
And it's not even like good. It's like the sun actually did it. He's outside so much. But no, so my buddy, you know, and that, I didn't go into like, you know, any type of motivational thing with them, like, oh, you should embrace yourself. But I was just like, I need to make a clothing line that isn't just for super ripped dudes, but I want it to be like a lifestyle fitness brand. And the passion behind that was good, and the intention was great. But then I realized that you can't please everyone. You know, I came out with a ton of different, I mean, my clothing went all the way up to 4X. And the other athletic companies, they're not going up that high. But then I realized that the cut for like a smaller, medium, and large person doesn't necessarily match what needs to be in place for a 2XL, 3XL, 4XL. And I have a lot of big friends. So I'm taking feedback from them and I'm tailoring the shirts and the pants and stuff for them. And then the slimmer people aren't happy. So I'm like, that makes sense why fitness brands are so niche.
Right.
You know, so I was doing all the order fulfillment myself. I was hand sewing on all the, I mean, I still do. I hand sew on all the hem tags myself in front of a brother sewing machine, doing everything myself.
That's tight.
I've manufactured overseas. I've done screen printing here, taking care of all the logistics of it. That's the most valuable aspect of this entire business, is understanding the physical product business and how to deal with manufacturers, how to package, because the perception of it's big. Like I spent not a ton of money, but I spent enough money on my mailers and the hang tags and like everything to give a person a professional experience from a guy fulfilling orders from a garage or a spare bedroom. You know, they don't understand that it's not a huge brand, but it kind of comes off as a big brand.
Right.
And so I invested like $35,000 or $40,000 in getting that off the ground with inventory. I was super overzealous. I was like, I'm going to order 100 of these. I'm going to order 400 pairs of sweatpants. This is going to sell. Like I was super confident. This is going to sell.
Yeah.
And I'm like right at the break-even point. I'll give you that. Like right at the break, but 2 years later, right at the break-even point with a decent amount of inventory left. And I'm like, why would I do this when I was making $15,000 a month selling beats online?
Right.
When I'm struggling to make 4 or 5 selling T-shirts, selling a physical product that I feel good about and that people like, but you need to make enough money and enough profit to keep new products coming out.
Right.
This is something I've never really talked about publicly because I'm not embarrassed of it, but I put it on the back burner and I'm like, you know what? I need to go back to the drawing board and figure out if this is a money grab, something that I was passionate about and just got bored with, or if this is something that I really want to develop into something that's more than just clothes.
Right.
But there's so many people out there that are trying to sell T-shirts and joggers and shorts because like every manufacturer online is reaching out to people saying like, you should have a personal brand. You should do this. You should have T-shirts are easy money. Like T-shirts are very easy money. Yeah. If you have an audience. And I launched to an audience that wasn't my audience.
Okay, I see what you're saying. I was going to ask what looking back, what is something that you would have taken away from it that you didn't know going into it, and you kind of just said it. You made something for an audience that wasn't your audience.
So I didn't mention this before, but in 2008, I think I was a certified personal trainer. Never did it as a job. Just got the certification, and that's when the economy crashed and people weren't hiring for personal trainers. That was like a passion of mine.
Yeah.
Fitness is a passion of mine. I still do Instagram videos once in a while when I'm at the gym or whatever. But like, there was a moment where I was like, I could be a fitness influencer, whatever you want to call it, like a fitness guy on YouTube. I could do that. Yeah. Because it's like you start believing in yourself. Like, oh, I'm way better at camera stuff than that. You know what I mean? Like, I got a decent physique going on right now. Like, it's dumb. Well,
just look at that John Cena video, man.
Yeah, right? That was the glory days. But with the Just Be clothing line, I did things all wonky in the wrong order. I launched to music producers and people that like funny videos trying to sell them a fitness brand. Mm-hmm. Doesn't make sense. Now, luckily, I have the skill set to do photography and video editing and make logos and websites and stuff. So I was able to build up the website and the perception of it to seem like it was a legitimate established brand, which it then kind of became through repetition. But like I said, it fell flat because that's not my audience. If I would have came out with my own custom branded microphones or keyboards,
it would have been something completely different.
Or software for music creators.
It would have been a different story.
A whole different story. Easy. It'd be very successful.
Right.
And I wish I had that money back to then put into that.
Right.
Excuse me. But, that was the biggest learning experience because I learned a lot, and I can help people start a T-shirt brand. I can help people, and I have mentored people into starting their own clothing line and missing all the mistakes that I made. And I spent.
Well, in a worst case scenario, like you said, it is a learning experience, expensive one.
Yeah.
But even if you're breaking even at this point with a little bit of inventory left, you still can learn something, take something away from it, and show it as an example to people who do want to learn how to do things like that. Like,
exactly.
Hey, I can show you what I did wrong.
Yeah.
Here's what here's how I can help you too.
Yeah, and that's the thing. In life, you have to go for it.
Yeah.
If you have an idea that you're passionate about and you think will work, if it's not going to make you homeless, if it's not going to ruin your life, what do you have to lose?
Yep.
Okay, I have some T-shirts in my garage. I have some shorts and sweatshirts and stuff. They're all good quality. I have Christmas gifts for the rest of my life if I wanted to give them away.
Right.
But the thing is, as a marketer, now I can leverage all that inventory as giveaways.
Right.
Like, hey, you want to win a free T-shirt? If I wanted to, I could do a free plus shipping thing where I'm like, I'm giving everything away. Just pay shipping. And then charge $16, $18 shipping, make profit on everything, and get rid of it.